For the treacherous first sip.
The treacherous first sip. Yeah, you got to kind of doing it like a stroke victim out of the side of your mouth is probably not the best way to go about it, though. Getting a little water in. Getting set up for this third match. So we are Rainbow in lead, 2-1 over HighFive.
Indeed.
Protoss going to try and push hard and take this Diamond League Finals.
Well, I don't know. His style doesn't seem to be the early cheese. Maybe he'll mix it up a little bit.
Maybe he'll throw in.
Just totally defy everything we've seen about him so far.
Yep, and we do have the invite, and it's on Belshir Vestige, LE. So what do you like about this map?
I like how you can't really expand towards your opponent.
So that actually kind of is an advantage for the Zerg then, because the Protoss, that death ball, they tend to expand.
No map is really biased against any race. Yeah. I mean, clearly there are some imbalances at the highest level of play, but it's not anything that's going to affect a diamond level game.
And we are ready. They are starting in 8 seconds. We are into Game 4 of the Diamond Finals, Rainbow versus HighFive. I'm going to high-five myself, and Belshir Vestige. Well, you were drinking water, so I had to improvise. I was ready for the high-five. You weren't there.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah. It was only a matter of time.
First it's a league joke, then it's a high-five joke.
Hey, we're comedians here. All right, the game is loading up. We are live. Game 4, here we go. Rainbow versus HighFive. Upper left-hand corner, Rainbow the purple Zerg, or HighFive the purple Zerg, Rainbow the blue Protoss. In the lower right-hand corner, everybody's excited, getting interesting. We are up to 25 on the stream. We have been under 17 the entire day. We are now up to 25. Thank you, everybody out there who's watching the stream. Thank you for all your friends and family.
We have an opinion. Which is more reactive?
Lunchbox was in earlier, actually. One of our other.
Well, by design, Zerg is more reactive.
Oh yeah. You're pretty much just building up that larva, and then when you see something, you kind of react to it.
You just text switch instantaneously.
Yeah. So we got your question there, Lunchbox. My cousin AJ handled a little bit for you, but sorry we caught it so late. We just got so damn excited. And
is this the best of 7?
This is the best of 7.
All right.
Yep. We are in Game 4.
We're going to be here for another 7 hours.
Pretty much. Alrighty. All right, so look as the natural right here, and not too hard of a wall off there. And we'll see what we do. Pool first, gate first, expand, coming down from both players. Exact same thing they've been doing. Yep, same openers.
Yeah, same openers. It's things that they're comfortable with, and I highly recommend that, especially in a tournament format.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, you got to be comfortable with your open. Yeah, you can always kind of try and adapt later on, but if your open is bad, you're going to be behind the rest of the game.
Absolutely. If you're the one flustering yourself, it's a problem.
Yeah, we saw it earlier when we were casting the Platinum April versus Poo to Moo. I just called it. I know.
I used to think it was Poot Wamu or something like that.
I just called him Poot.
Poot, yeah, Poot is easy.
Poot will get him. But yeah, they were. And Poot went for a build he was unfamiliar with. He went, with the Swarm Host, and you could tell it was something that he hadn't practiced.
Right.
He was a minute behind on his third. He was, late on his second. It just was all bad, and it just snowballed bad direction for him.
Absolutely.
Gas will saturate. We should have any second. The Zerglings. Oh, no, not that. Hey, Protoss is gas. Okay. Cybernetics core finishing up. And right into warp gate. 150. There we go. All right. Queens coming out. Lots of queens. That mothership core on our way.
Indeed.
The Zerg Stomper.
A little bit of confusion over here.
Uh-oh.
That's fine, right? All right.
Are you queued? Okay. Oh, I know what I did. I accidentally unmuted the stream, so yeah, that was bad. All right, so we're back going. Hopefully my mic is going. Let me make sure real quick. Yep, we are good to go. All right.
I can hear Alberona. I don't think he's casting right now.
Well, they think you're Alberona.
Oh.
But that's Rob. That's not Alberona. Alberona's taking a little bit of a break for the series. Rob wanted to jump in. Vocal cords starting to get a little stressed out. All right, so Rainbow, HighFive, and I think over here we have the parents of one of our players. Rainbow's up 2 games to 1 right now. How does that make you guys feel? It's great, excited.
Awesome.
You think he's gonna take this 3rd game? Want to get home? It is getting late.
All right. Rainbow, it is decreed. Your parents have told you.
So Rainbow's parents said we got to finish this up.
You must win this game.
You got to appreciate the parents of a dedicated parents of a dedicated gamer coming to the LAN, staying here till 2 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, when they probably don't have to get up tomorrow and would rather be doing something else. I'm sure. Much rather.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you bringing him. He's doing an outstanding job, and hopefully we're doing him justice with our commentary here as well.
Yeah, he's definitely a Protoss poised to push into Masters at some point.
Definitely. Yeah, he keeps up his practice and just kind of tweaks his builds a little bit. He'll be getting to the Masters very shortly. That was a cancel there. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I wish I'd seen what he canceled right there.
I wasn't paying attention. AJ, what did he cancel? When in doubt, ask the crowd. We are up to 26 people on the stream now, so continue to share on Facebook, Twitter. We are at the grand finals of the Diamond League Championship, Tampa Esports, Summerland, StarCraft 2. Get everybody you can watching. This is going to be legit.
Game paused.
And HighFive for the pause.
And HighFive with a pause. We got a question mark. Rainbow not sure.
Don't say sound. Don't say sound.
All right, so we're waiting to see what is going on with Rainbow with HighFive. Not sure what's going on.
Yeah, might want to ask him what's going on.
He has to pee. I think that was an assumption.
He is lucky this is not GSL.
Yeah. And we had
that would be an automatic.
We're going to have to check that camera when we come back. Well, let's go ahead and check it now since we got a little bit of time. Switch over to the camera and make sure that, that guy that just bumped the crap out of the camera. Yep. All right, right there. Oh, too much. Back a little bit. Right there. Perfect. That'll work. I can adjust the rest from here. All right. It's good having camera controls. I love this Logitech camera. I can, do those little minute adjustments without having to move the whole tripod every time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Hold on a second. We do have an error. Let's see. Do you need tech assist? Check see if he needs tech assist. So, what can he change up this game? I may have asked you that already, but what can HighFive change up this game? He did cancel the Baneling Nest, so obviously he's not going that. He went that first match, and it just completely set him behind.
Well, we're seeing that his early aggression is not very effective.
Yeah.
I would really like to see Swarm Host if it's in one of his builds. He needs to get Swarm Host going.
Yeah,
and see how Rainbow responds to Swarm Host play. I mean, this is a best of 7. He's still got a small chance to try to flesh out his opponent a little bit more.
Yeah. Even if he loses this one, he still has one more.
Yeah, he can be like, all right, we know that didn't work.
Yeah.
What's my last ditch effort?
Yeah. So, I mean, hopefully he does have a build, in his to try and figure out what's going on. Somebody is explaining. All right, Tech's talking to him. He does have Tech over there explaining something. So hopefully we'll have this sorted out shortly. It's good to have some tech guys on site. While I do play a lot of video games,
when they know what they're doing, that's great.
I might play a lot of video games, but I know nothing about the tech side. Let me tell you, I know zero about what is actually going on with everything. Needs a Nidus to split aggression against Protoss. AJ saying a Nidus would help him split the aggression, so kind of a drop strategy.
Nidus, absolutely. And you know what works good with Nidus as well?
Banelings?
Swarm Host.
Swarm Host?
Absolutely.
You really want to see some Swarm Host. You've been like jonesing.
I do like to see Swarm Host play. I am a huge fan of whatever strategy is strongest at the moment.
Yeah. I remember when I actually did make it up to gold and into I made it into platinum for like 3 games, and I got bumped back down to gold. This was back in Wings of Liberty. My favorite strategy was, especially against Protoss, was to get a ton of defensive structures while rushing for Mutalisks.
Yeah.
And I just get a bunch of Mutalisks and would just harass.
And just mutable.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then every time he'd attack me, he'd have to attack into the defensive structures. I'd pull the mutas around behind the defensive structures and use them to poke along with Zerglings flooding in. And then eventually it'd just wear him down. There was nothing he could do about it. It made me feel great. It made me feel like I was good.
What's up?
Nope, seat's open. You feel free to sit in the caster area and watch the live stream as it goes on, as we talk about random things as we fix this tech issue.
All right.
Rushing ultras. Oh, I was talking about my my creeps. Yeah, best of 7. Straight best of 7, I believe. Let me double check while we're on pause. Well, oh, okay. No. Oh.
The extended series gave HighFive 2 wins because HighFive knocked out Rainbow 2-0.
Okay. We're getting a little bit of information here, trying to figure out what's going on. So they're explaining it to him. Okay, so what is the? It's 3-2 right now.
What's going on? Okay.
Okay, so it's 3-2 HighFive. Rainbows where it's 3-3. This game will decide the winner.
I see.
So we are at 3-3 right now then.
Yeah, I see what's going on. The player doesn't realize
Okay, so this game will decide the winner.
how
so
important the game is.
This game is
I
very
wasn't
important.
either.
Yeah.
I hadn't been following the bracket.
Do they need to restart?
Is it definitely 3?
HighFive 2 wins before, so it's 3-3 current. This is the final.
I see.
You guys are gonna unpause it.
Okay, we're the one unpausing it.
Oh, we are? I'm a spectator,
we're
not a
not
ref. Yes. HighFive.
Just type go.
All right, and we are back off. Game resumed.
Oh, apparently this is the final game.
This is the final game, so this is the end of it. This is all the tamales. Everything's on the line.
Indeed.
Holy saturation at the natural, Batman. Finally got a Batman reference in there, too.
I'm telling you, man, we're getting all the references.
Yep. You know, all right, here's a really obscure reference. Did you know that Casey Kasem, that used to do America's Top 40, was the original voice of Robin in the old Super Friends?
No, I did not know that.
That is some obscure trivia for you right there.
That is more obscure than I care to deal with.
Yeah. And then also, the old guy from Caddyshack used to do the narrator announcer for Super Friends back in the day as well. That creepy old guy that had the weird laugh.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Always going on about Billy Baru. Yeah, that's what happens when you're 30 and a gamer. You have a lot of weird references when you're casting.
That's pretty obscure. I'm pretty sure our entire audience can appreciate every reference.
Oh, shit. Missing the pylon stomps as he's getting Artosis pyloned.
All right, here comes the Baneling bust. How many centuries do we have?
How many centuries? Let's check them. We have
5. That's
5.
enough.
That's a lot. Yeah, that's plenty. That's enough to yeah. And one immortal. The champion immortal.
Well,
where are
the centuries in place? Yes, they are.
Yeah, they are. And there go the force fields into place. The explosions land on nothing at all.
Yeah.
And just getting completely mopped up as the tickle beams do their job. All right, here they come in for another one. They do get through on that one. Uh-oh. The force fields were late. He gets through. They do get cleaned up, close off the rest of those Zerglings. A little bit of infrastructure damage, but not too much.
Bit. But he hasn't lost the key forge.
Yep, he has the key forge upgrading. Is still surviving. Replace a gateway. You're good to go.
Absolutely. The wall's going on back up already.
Yeah, let's make sure that the Cybernetics core lived. Yep, the Cybernetics core did live, although I don't know where it lived at. Why can't I see a Cybernetics core? You got to be kidding me. There we go. It's up there on the hill. That's why. It was just out of range. So everything's lived. One gateway replace. Really not. Once